Hi everyone, my name is Kenya Rios, and I did my final project on rhetoric and ethical persuasion. Rhetoric, as we know, is an art of persuasion that plays an important role in shaping public discussion, especially in advertising, politics, and media. Today, I'll talk about ethical issues related to the rhetoric and how it can sometimes cross the line between persuasion and manipulation. Um, some of the key concepts that I addressed in my paper were that rhetoric is about how we communicate effectively, and then Aristotle defined it through the three important parts: the ethos, pathos, and logos. Um, some ethical concerns that Aristotle believed were that persuasion should be ethical, while Plato warned us that rhetoric could be used to mislead people instead of helping them understand the truth. Then, some of the scholarly insight that I provided in my paper, one was by a journal by Brewer and Eason, discuss how rhetoric shapes how we engage with public issues. Um, They argued that rhetoric isn't a tool, it actively affects our views on important topics. And then my second journal by Thomas B. Farrell talks about how rhetoric can change our perception of reality. Sometimes important issues get lost in sensational stories that grab our attention but don't provide real information. So it's important to um, be able to kind of read what's between the lines, because sometimes, especially in the media, the message is being perceived a certain way, but it's meant to kind of shift the way you think about things. So, some of the real life examples that I used in my paper was politics. In recent elections, many candidates have used strong emotional language about immigration. For example, some politicians have described immigrants as threats, using fear to sway voters. This raises questions about responsibility to share accurate information. Another good example that I personally experienced was during when ICE was present in the city of Los Angeles and protests broke out. The way media presented the protest was through a negative lens, really just highlighting um, negative aspects, framing them to extreme violence. So this showed how different rhetoric can shape how people view the movements, showing how protesters react to ICE agents to defend those who are being targeted and not showing the violence being forced against the innocent individuals. And another example was during COVID-19. Messages were widely spread about the negative effects of getting the vaccines, and just causing fear and hesitation to actually get the vaccines. It kind of represents what I'm talking about in this paper. This shows how important it is for communicators to be responsible with their rhetoric. And just to sum it all up, understanding the ethical issues around rhetoric is crucial for responsible communication in public life. By recognizing how rhetoric can persuade and manipulate, we can better navigate today's complex issues. It is important to promote ethical communication that helps people understand rather than mislead.